The Super Mini SUV segment has exploded in recent years, with almost every manufacturer offering something to suit smaller budgets. But that hasn't stopped the premium players from having a go at this very lucrative area of the market. DS is the latest in line, and we're here in France this week to drive the all-new DS3 Crossback. Has it got what it takes to topple the Citroën C3 Aircross and Seat Arona? Let's find out.
Based on PSA's tried and tested CMP small car platform, the DS3 Crossback has quite a lot in common with the aforementioned C3 Aircross. However, while it may appear quite similar under the skin, there's no mistaking the DS in the metal. The company's avant-garde design is clear to see, with the front end dominated by the big Audi-style grille and sharp headlights. There is more than a whiff of coupe SUV in the side profile, while that kink in the window line gives it a distinctive, if slightly polarising aesthetic. The DS3 is being offered with a selection of petrol and diesel engines, but the most popular powertrain will be the 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbo petrol tested here. 3 versions of the 1.2 PureTech are on offer. The 99 brake horsepower and 153 brake horsepower models bookend the range, while we're testing the 128 brake horsepower PureTech 130, complete with compulsory 8-speed automatic gearbox.
The steering is pretty light, but the ride is excellent, it's comfortable and a little bit sporty at the same time, striking a perfect balance between comfort and handling. In fact, we've covered some pretty challenging roads this morning over the Col de Vence in the south of France, and it never felt out of its depth despite its low power output and SUV body.
Even entry-level elegance models get a 7-inch touchscreen with all the connectivity you could want, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as safety aids including lane keep assist, emergency city braking and traffic sign recognition. Many buyers will opt for the mid-spec Prestige trim, which is some £3,000 more than the entry-level car, but ups the screen size to 10 inches and adds navigation, climate control, leather upholstery and automatic wipers. Frustratingly, however, you have to step up yet again to Ultra Prestige in order to get heated front seats. They're not even optional on lower trims.
The interior is typically DS, and that's to say it is full of diamonds and squares and straight edges. It looks like something from a fashion magazine rather than a car. Quality is really very good, which is excellent considering how much this car costs. Everything you touch feels nicely built, some nice materials, and only very low down do you ever find any scratchy plastics. The infotainment system and all the screens and buttons are taken from other PSA products, so they're familiar and easy to use, but still not as responsive as the equivalent VW Group products. The tiny, narrow dials are easy to read and have all the relevant information, but next to a Volkswagen T-Roc, they do feel a little bit small and out of date. But that's all complemented by our car's head-up display, which pops up from the dash and gives you stuff like speed sign recognition, and cruise control information, as well as stuff like the lane keep assist and other safety systems.
Eventually, PSA's upmarket arm will add an electric version of the DS3 Crossback to the range, boasting a 50 kWh lithium-ion battery mounted under the floor. We were given a short drive in a pre-production version, during which we were able to experience the EV's lively handling and silent running. With a WLTP-rated 186-mile range, it falls short of the Hyundai Kona EV, but sprightly performance and an identically trimmed cabin to the standard DS mean it'll likely prove pretty popular when it arrives towards the end of 2019.
It definitely feels roomy enough inside, certainly from the front anyway. There's loads of adjustment in the seating position and the rake and reach is perfectly adequate. But take a seat in the back and things start to feel a little bit claustrophobic. Those quirky window lines, which look great from the outside, really limit your view out from the back seat. Now, as we discussed earlier, space in the back isn't the best in class, but let's just take a look. So here in the back, you can see that while knee room is okay and headroom is fine, it does feel quite claustrophobic back here. This high window line makes you feel really quite hemmed in, and as you can see, the doors don't open that wide, which could prove quite tricky if fitting child seats or kids on a regular basis. Being an SUV means there is inevitably a little bit more space than you'll get in your average Super Mini. In fact, at 350 litres, it's pretty much as big as some of the cars in the class above. However, the packaging isn't great, which means you have to lift your suitcases and bags over this load lip. But the seats do fold down, which gives you just over 1,000 litres overall. The best bit is, however, when the electric version arrives at the end of the year, that 350 litre boot remains completely unchanged. If you love the way the DS3 looks on the outside, then you will likely love its quirky interior design and its accomplished driving dynamics. But this is one of the least practical SUVs you can buy, which is just not good enough in such a competitive area of the market. Yes, it's got charm and style by the bucket load, but that alone is not going to be enough to justify this car's high purchase price.
Click the video windows to see our first drives of two of the DS3's closest rivals, the Seat Arona and Audi Q2. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and press the Auto Express logo to subscribe to our channel.